So at this point in time, I've pretty much finished my trailers or my project, or I'm missing a key element of my trailer or movie, which is titles or motion graphics. So, particularly in this part here, when we go to black, I want to have a title popping up. Now, there are two ways that we can achieve this. Um, the simple way is to use the type tool, in which we can then click the T button and then move up and go to our playback and just simply type it there. So, my horror film, for instance. And this is a good way to just do a little bit of text. But if we want to take it a step further, we can see it creates what we call a graphic layer, which is the pink one. And we can move and adjust that where need be. But if we want to do it a different way, what we do is we go up to graphics and titles, and we're going to type in, we can either do new layer that way, or we use Control T, which is the same as our text type tool. Or the other way we can do it is we're going to switch our workspace. So we'll switch from editing to captions and graphics. And this will take us into a different sort of window. Don't be alarmed by it. It's pretty much the exact same as our editing workspace, except our playback up here has now been replaced with the captions. We don't really have to worry about closed captioning. The right, though, where essential graphics are, is actually really handy. So it helps us create unique sort of different motion graphics that are made available to the user. These are really handy for corporate videos, trailers, films, whatever your work is. Chances are there's something here that can help you out. So, for the sake of argument, we're going to use one of these motion graphics right here. So, let's find one that works really well for us. So this is a good one, a film presents one. We'll use this. We'll use film title. That's a great one there. So what we'll do is we'll select that one and we'll drag it into our timeline. Now the difference between a title, so the thing we just created using the T tool, and a motion graphic is in the name. There's movement. There's dynamic animations happening that are used to engage and stimulate the viewer. So this one's really cool because it's quite ominous looking. Look at that. Now, in order to change, obviously our movie's not going to be called Your Title here. So how do we change that? Well, it's pretty straightforward. See where these are all of the unique animations that have been put in those video transitions that we did in the previous video. They're the ones that have all been added in there, video transitions and effects, to create this motion graphic effect. All we want to do is change Your Title here. So we're going to change that to, let's give our cool horror name, The Yellow Bandit. We'll give it a tagline, like a colon, and then on our second line, call it Bloodhammer. And thus, now we have a really cool motion graphic to finish our trailer off. We'll drag the music across so it's underneath, but we'll have it slowly fade out. And sure enough, we get to the end of that trailer. There we go. And then you'd have a coming soon after it. But that's how you use the text tool to type. So a reminder, if you're on this window and you want to go back to your editing workspace, just click on editing from the window, workspace, editing. So you can use that to create cool motion graphics at the end of your trailers, and then you can use the T tool to type anywhere between. So if we were doing a exercise to see what shot type this was, this is a close-up. I'll drag it over that particular And that's only if we were doing that particular type of camera shots exercise. Look at that. Very good. So that's how you use the T tool to use type and adding different titles in. And that's how you use the captions and graphics workspace to develop your own motion graphics in Adobe Premiere Pro.